Hello, 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 sup witches. How you doing, Scorpio? This is your Halloween spell. Happy birthday. Not quite your season yet, got a day or two left in it, but I figured I'd go ahead and give that a shout out to you since you will probably be getting this in Scorpio season, which we are going into. So we're going into your season, and there is a lot still going on in the zodiac and in the just in in astrology. That's what I'm going for. And I know I can feel it going on too, because I've got 3 Scorpio placements too, one of which is in Mercury. So Mercury retrograde in Scorpio season is always fun for me. Ooh. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to pull us some shadow cards, and then I'll pull us some earth magic cards to see what we can do about dealing with the shadow aspects. And then I will pull 3 lines. I like to describe it as 3D, 4D, 5D. And it's just pretty much the different layers of your thinking. There's what's going on in the 3D, what's going on in the thought processes of everybody, and then what your higher self's trying to tell you about the situation. Make sense? I hope so. Just trying to explain a little bit more of what I'm doing, y'all. But I know it's been some intense energies. I know it's probably intense energies for you guys right now, too. I always say, though, that retrograde seasons and stuff of that nature have always just come to highlight issues that you have within yourself. As long as you're working to resolve them, each retrograde season will get easier. Retrogrades only highlight areas that you have been neglecting to look at. That's all. And they will bring them up. You know, that's why car problems are so notorious during retrograde season. Why? We tend to neglect our cars out there. It's like, look, I get that message all the time. I don't know whose daughter needs to hear this, but check your oil and your water. And most millennials don't know how to cook. Most millennials don't know how to take care of a car either. You know, the message goes towards taking care of your vessel too, you know. It's a dangerous time of year to, abusing your body. Not taking care of it. Not showing it the love it deserves. And I know I talk a lot of smack about Scorpios over the last few videos, but, you know, one of the most influential people in my life is my grandmother, and she's a Scorpio, all right? So I get it, you know, and she's OCD, and she's anxiety ridden. What I'm doing there. You know, I always joke with her that, you know, I'm like, you guys are either, if you're not complaining about something, you're worrying about something. And I say that mainly because it's an unevolved aspect of your sign. It's one of the things that everybody has to learn how to. Everybody comes here with aspects from their signs, from your chart. Get your whole chart, and look up where you're prone to having issues. I think that's really important for everybody to do. And you're supposed to be overcoming the aspects. Like I said, I've got Mercury in Scorpio, so I have to watch my tongue. But I can sting with my tongue. Like, it's not bad enough that I'm a triple fire sign, sun, moon, and rising. That's where my Mercury lies. And my Pluto. Forget the other one. I have it written down. That's what BLSs are for, guys. You really want to learn astrology and understand how it works and how to see it, and you have to do it in your own life. You have to get your own chart done and figure out all your own aspects, and, you know, go over all that within yourself. You want to break the patterns you keep cycling. You have to figure out why you keep reacting the way you do. Your response is what leads the whole show. You know, how you react to any situation is what causes the cycles. So if you want a cycle to break, you have to stop responding the same way. Well, that was quick. All right. All right, so let's see what's going on around you. I got the Ten of Wands here. And this deck, it's nice because she's kind of standing on her own. She's holding her own fire, and she's kind of empowered in it. Even though the Ten of Wands usually comes with a lot of burden, this is somebody who's like, they're kind of embracing their burden, and they're still creating their own light within it. Eight of Pentacles. Things are looking pretty well. You're looking into new ways and avenues of doing things, new possible education, things of that area, like enlightening yourself and working on those roads. I see you working your way out of a mental prison here, or at least that's what you are showing to the world, that, you know, you're getting out of these mental prisons, man. You're letting go of the victimhood mentality and working past that. You know, Seven of Pentacles in this deck for me, I'm like, it's like you threw me out to the wolves, and yeah, it's cold and it's lonely out here, but I survived. I was not eaten by the wolves. You know, a lot of people misunderstood you, misjudged you, and yeah. Four of Cups reversed here. I see this as an overindulgence that you're getting over, conquering those addictions. Not a lot of signs were able to do that with this cycle, and that's what it's been about. So kudos to you. And on the 40 level, though, for some reason, you still feel like you're a failure in some areas. And I feel like this is past failures that are really coming into play here. It's like worrying about wasted time. So this is the energies that we're moving away from. You're moving away from feeling like these are failures. You know, you didn't waste your time. You learned valuable lessons from those. Prince of Wands. You're finding some passion in areas that you want to explore, and you're moving forward in things of your life. Queen of Wands. I mean, just really being adaptable and, yeah, vibrant energy coming towards you guys. Yeah, Prudence here. And there's, yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. What? You've been diligently working in these areas. I'm loving this. And King of Wands. So you have the King and Queen of Wands here. I see this very balanced, passionate energy between you and, you know, possibly another connection, or just within yourself. You're really balanced with your passions right now and where you're going. So kudos to you, Scorpio. This is actually one of the best readings, I thought, with everything going on. You know, I'm not going to lie, I was a little scared for y'all. This has actually been pretty sweet. On the 5D, we do still have nostalgia, right? Nostalgia, looking back, Page of Wands, you know, back to that, you know, enthusiastic discovery energy. Two of Cups, a very loving connection here, right in the middle. I do see some bit of conflict that's still going on. But then you're right back at the Nine of Pentacles, which is an attitude of gratitude. So I do see that this connection did come with some conflicts. And this card fell out when I was doing that shuffle before, which I hadn't done for anybody else. I'm not sure why I went ahead and did that for you guys. But this is showing that there's a deceit. Somebody's not being completely honest about, and now this is also on the 5D line. So this is someone who's not being completely honest about a very intense connection that they have with somebody. All right. The shadow aspects that are coming up for you guys is all right. Revenge. Alone in the world. Is this me? So, like I said, you can't. Holding grudges is going to do you no good in this world. Being angry at people who didn't, I'm not going to say didn't do anything to you, because of course you wouldn't feel the need for revenge if you didn't feel like, you know, But understand at some point, sometimes it's karma coming back around to you. What? They're not really doing anything too terribly wrong to you. It's just really a projection of you think that way because that's how you used to act at some point. You gotta let go of grudges there, Scorpio. You know, alone in the world. If you're feeling alone in the world, you need to ask yourself how you got yourself into that position. You know, back to karma. A lot of these retrogrades and things like that are clearing out karmic cycles. If you're alone in the world right now and you feel lonely and isolated, and I mean, there's COVID and stuff like that going on, but if nobody's contacting you anymore and you're feeling very lonely, you need to ask yourself, what kind of connections were you making to begin with? And how did you treat the connections that you did have? You know? And then you need to recognize, where you might be at fault in some areas and where you can, so if the connection is important to you, then you can figure out how to heal it. All right. Is this me? Not is this who you used to be? Not is this who you personify, who you try to personify? Is it you? Is this still you? You know, are you a badass warrior, survival queen of your own sexuality and all that other stuff? Or are you petty and vengeful? Do you make life bonds with people and have strong connections that you nurture and feed to and that you don't abuse? You know, karma comes around to everybody. And I see a lot of positive aspects in the whole rest of your reading. So anybody who's going through those particular shadow aspects, that's the conflict that's coming along for you. I feel like that's the conflict, even on the 5D level of that connection brings conflict. It's a lot of your old self bubbling up, and then, you know, I guess regrets of what you've done in the past, because that's not you anymore. And you're just like, you're listening to stories of yourself and you're like, that's not me. Is this me? All right. So for that, what I can say is this is all just a completion of a cycle for you guys. These revelations and mirroring and questions that are coming up within yourself proves that that is no longer you. You are evolving. You are different than where you were in the past. We are all allowed to do that. Dude, I am a sun, moon, rising fire sign. If you don't think I don't have a past, especially from my younger years when I was on lunatic Aries mode, yes, we all have a past, okay? And it will come back to haunt you at some point in your life. But that is how you complete that cycle. That is how you face it. That is how you let it down, let it go. And that is how you learn to release judgments on others. New moon promise. All right. We've all made promises to other people, but you've also made promises to yourself. And all this is bringing up, is this you, or are you being what someone else wants you to be? Remember, it's not just about the most important promises to keep are promises to yourself. Okay? We got the power symbol here. Cleanse, purify, and protect your physical body. All right? Doesn't matter what you've done in your past. You can always cleanse, purify, and renew yourself. Okay? You're allowed to change, adapt, and be different than when you were in the past. Okay? You do have the power to do that. You are allowed to do that. Start taking care of yourself. I keep getting that message for you guys too. Insight opens the third eye and strengthens your intuition. All right? Let go of your past. Stop using that to make judgments on other people around you. Use your true intuition and, let your ego out. Take the outside perspective and allow your actual insight to see what's really going on, and you will have a much easier time navigating these retrogrades. All right? Whew. Put some flair on that. Some of you don't know what I'm talking about. It's a wrestling thing. All right. I love y'all. I hope your messages resonated for you. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, smack my bell. Descriptions below will explain everything on readings and whatnot. And yeah, blessed be all those who walk these weird and windy paths with me. I love you guys, and I will catch you again just as soon as I can.